Anybody see this study last week? Study came out, and this is mind-boggling stuff. The study observed that kids now spend every single moment of their waking day in front of some type of screen. It's mind-boggling. And consider the numbers of what's occurring. The study estimated that they are now spending some 7.5 hours per day, 7.5 hours per day, engaged with some type of media. They're multitasking, right? Because they can do multiple things at once. And so if you add up what they're doing with multitasking, they're spending about 11 hours per day of screen time. You know, if you look at the math, that's 53 hours a week. That's more than a full-time job. More time in front of a screen than they would be spending at a full-time job. That's more time than their parents spend at work. Think about the context of what's going on with mobile, with wireless devices. You know, the numbers are equally staggering. You know, back in 2007, the average teen sent 435 text messages. It's now 2,899 per month. How many mums in the audience this morning sent a text to their kids to ask them if they got to school okay? Hold up your hands. You know, look around the room. I know you were doing that because I could hear some of you chatting about that out in the hall, because this is how we reach our kids. That's 97 text messages per day. That's up 566%. You know what innovators do? Innovators sit back and say, okay, the world is changing. The kids are in a different place. And I'm prepared to reach out to them in the space in which they live. I'm prepared to begin thinking about possibly using text messaging services as a means of providing them access to information as they're trying to deal with some difficult emotional trauma as their parents are deployed. I'm prepared, you know, to think extremely differently in terms of the information resources that I would make available to them and the manner in which I would make that availability occur, because I know they live in a very different space. I'm prepared to challenge the fundamental assumptions and habits that I've developed in terms of putting together those outreach programs for those teens, to do them in new and different ways, because I recognize there's absolutely extreme velocity in the world in which we live today.